As a business leader of today, you're confronted with the same challenges that affect all businesses today. That is, navigating through the current macroeconomic conditions and budgetary constraints. This situation compels you to run your business more efficiently. Compounding to this challenge is the need to maintain compliance amid tightening regulations. With Splunk's new data management capabilities, you can now not only run your Splunk workload efficiently, but also stay compliant. Now, let's take a look at Splunk Ingest processor that provides a solution to these challenges. Splunk Ingest processor allows you to build pipelines that connect your data source to a Splunk or a third-party platform and provides capabilities such as filtering, masking, data cleansing, or normalizing, and converting logs to metrics and route them to the appropriate destination such as Splunk Index, Splunk Observability Cloud, or Amazon S3 for long-term storage.
Now, let's take a look at Kubernetes logs that you would normally send to Splunk to monitor your infrastructure. One thing you would notice in these logs are there's a lot of data in them, and each of these events are very voluminous. Of all of these different key value pairs, all I care about is the level and the HTTP response code to make sure my infrastructure is healthy. So let's take a look at how Ingest processor can help me with managing my data more efficiently. Here's my Ingest processor, and within my Ingest processor, I've added two different destinations. One is the Amazon S3 bucket and a Splunk Observability Cloud as one of the other destinations. Let's take a look at my pipelines. I've created one pipeline for my Kubernetes logs. In this pipeline, as the data is incoming, I'm extracting two key value pairs, that is the level and the response code from each of the events, and then using the logs to metrics command to send that data to my observability cloud. And if you want to test your pipeline, you can use the preview button to test and see what the output looks like. What you're seeing on my screen is the data or the raw data that is being sent to the S3 bucket, but I can switch that to the metrics destination, and here I'll be able to see what is being sent to my Splunk Observability Cloud. And not just that, if I want to see what the data looks like at the Observability Cloud, you can also get a preview of that by using the Actions tab. So here I can see what my data would look like exactly on the Observability Cloud. And you can modify these inputs to modify your SPL2 command according to your needs. And next, I'm also sending the raw logs to Amazon S3 bucket as the other destination. So this is where I've configured the S3 bucket. Let's go ahead and save this pipeline. Now let's take a look at the Observability Cloud to see if I'm receiving my data properly. What I would do is I would create a new chart and give it the name or the metric name that I had given in the pipeline. And now you can see the dashboard populating with the metrics that I've sent from my Ingest processor. Let's go ahead and save the chart to my dashboard. Now this way you can see I'm getting data that is relevant to me to monitor my Kubernetes infrastructure, and this is helping me save my data or store my data very efficiently on Splunk. Now let's take a look at the S3 bucket, the destination where I was sending my raw logs to. As you can see, Ingest processor populates these data in JSON format. You might be wondering, what if I want to read that data in the future? Well, You can use Splunk Federated S3 to read that data back into Splunk. So here I've used a simple SD select command to read that data back into Splunk. Overall, Splunk Ingest Processor provides you with a well-rounded set of capabilities to navigate through your current business challenges.